Hi Hanna, thank you for your time. Tell us about what you like about the show and what your relationship to Marlene Dumas is.
Well, there's a lot of different things I love about the show. I think that Marlene is one of the greatest living painters, and I think that this exhibition makes that very, very clear to whoever is lucky enough to see it. I work for David Zwirner Gallery in New York, and I've been working with Marlene since she joined the gallery. We had a show of her work in 2010, and we are expecting to do a show with her soon. It depends on whenever she's ready, of course. So this painting here, it's called The Widow. It's one of my favorite recent paintings. I mean, I have so many favorite paintings of Marlene, but this is one of my favorite recent ones. And I think that she combines here all the different issues that she's become known for. So it shows her interest in politics, it shows her interest in humanity and in mankind, in suffering. There's so many different issues. It's the political versus the personal and vice versa. So I think that all these different issues you can see in this painting. And then there's a formal level in which she's dealing with this. Her hand, her gestures, the way she paints so effortlessly and so fluidly is very, very apparent in this painting. So there's all these wonderful empty areas. There's such a broad range of textures in this painting, and it shows you there's really no one who paints like this. You know, she paints as if she makes drawings. There's something about the way she deals with the line and the way she overlaps different lines and different colors. There's something so typical about this. And then I find that the way she painted the widow's face is just so incredibly, it's so touching and so profound, but there's hardly anything there. I mean, if you look at this, you know, it becomes this abstraction, but it's such a profound, the gestures are so profound. There's so much depth in the way, in this particular face. And then these expressions of the men around her, it's the fact that she chose this particular gesture, this symbol of this mourning woman who's exposing her breasts in public. There's something, it's a gesture that we don't know. It's something that in the West no one is familiar with, but she makes it something, she gives it a very universal value. Yeah, I think so for me this painting sums up all these different qualities in her work. Yes.
You seem to be a very profound, or you know her work very profoundly. What do you think about the development of her work? I mean, it's changed quite a lot, yet the sort of humanitarian aspect of it is always in there.
Well, the work has changed a lot, but one of the great things about this exhibition is that Theodora and Marlene were able to make links, so they've juxtaposed. So, for instance, there's a painting of the Turkish schoolgirls, which is hung right next to a much more recent painting, a painting that she painted 25 years later. That was in a show in Milan a number of years ago of a single child. So they hung these two paintings together, and it shows you that there's an interest. There's certain topics that she's been exploring. Of course, she painted many children, particularly Helena. But I think in this exhibition you can see that there's this very specific consistency in the way she deals with her subject matter. But formally the work has been changing and evolving, but there are very specific themes that she always comes back to, which is what it means to be human and what it means to be alive and what it means to deal with your own mortality and to deal with people that you love, and then this interest in politics and interest in human suffering and on a very political global level, but on a very personal level as well. So I think that this show makes that really clear. It shows you that there's very consistent themes and interests that she explores in very many different ways. So I think you can see that more in this show than in the other two exhibitions. I love those shows too, don't get me wrong. But in this particular exhibition, it's been made even more clear. Yeah.
Great, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.